what Baba is trying to say. And then I just realized it's actually much deeper than I thought it was. And a lot of these words that we commonly hear in Baba's Murli is actually much deeper than we think we know. Um, and when Baba talks about power to realize, we hear, these the three main words that we hear, actually four in today's Murli. One is power of realization. Second is true heart or honest heart. Third, self-realization, self-transformation. And fourth, world transformation. And so we think we know what it really means, but when we now discuss, there's so much depth to what we think we know. And first, I'm gonna just write the vocabulary, meaning the definition of these words, what it means. And then I'm gonna go into the deeper aspects that Baba mentioned in the Murli. So I'm gonna first start off with power of realization, what it really, really means. Because it's very important for us to understand the subtle meanings what Baba is trying to tell, instead of jumping into conclusions on what I know. What I know about right and wrong could be so limited understanding, could be, this understanding of right and wrong that I have could be still influenced by social conditioning, what I learned from my education or from parents or from society or from school. But this is what I mean by social conditioning. So, this, based on that knowledge, what I think is right and wrong may not be the right understanding when I come to Baba. Because Baba is making me to understand what is right or wrong in a very deeper but very, very subtle. And this is what power of realization. In another word, power of realization means power to feel. That's what to realize means to feel. So we're going to use power to realize, which is power to feel in this Murli. So I'm going to first write the definitions of these words and then we'll go from there. So first is power of PR, power to realize, means the power to feel. It actually means to feel. So this is one thing, to feel right and wrong, but not through knowledge, through vibrations. So I'm going to write here, through vibrations. Why? Because I may think it is right, but my conscience will feel it is not right. So this is what I mean by to feel what is right or wrong, not intellectually, but through your vibrations, through the feelings in your heart. That is really what power to realize, power of realization means. And then the second aspect, self transformation. Okay, I'm going to write SF, ST. So, what am I transforming? What am I changing? Right? So, for instance, example, if let's say, let's say you have vacation. Okay, today is a vacation day. Today it's a holiday. And let's say you want to take a vacation, you want to go somewhere. Okay. Now, in order to choose where you want to go, you are checking your feelings, whether is that the place you want to be, right? Like example, okay, where do I, we don't say I think I want to go here, but I feel I want to go here, correct? If you want to go for a vacation, let's say you want to go to the beach, you don't think, oh, I think I should go to the beach. No, I feel like going to the beach, correct? And the fact that you feel you want to go to that place means you have experienced it before. You know what it feels like to be there, and you enjoy that feeling, and you want to re-feel again. So you want to go there, right? So basically, you are checking the experience. You are checking how it feels to be there, and then that motivates you to go there, right? So self transformation is not about, okay, I am being very negative, I'm behaving badly, I'm thinking my attitude is wrong, so I need to change. No, it is not about I am not good enough, so I need to change. That's really not what self transformation is. I can feel, I know what it feels like to be myself, to be that peaceful, joyful. I know what it feels like, and I want to have that feeling consistent. I want to have that feeling consistent. So, really, it is basically, we can say, restoring back myself to my original self. Restoring means, how do you say restore back to your original self? Can somebody help me with the word? Restore, um, bring myself, bring,
Refreshing.
yes,
Refreshing.
Reviving,
sorry,
reviving.
okay, reviving, easy word, use a very easy word,
Hmm.
recreating, or basically bringing yourself back to your original state, basically. Really, that's what it is. And it is, so it is, I first need to feel what it is like to be happy, what it is like to be peaceful, in order for me to be motivated. Okay, this is the feeling I want to have throughout my life. And when I have decided this is the feeling I want, then I can, do some calculation or check, okay, what is it I need to do so this feeling is more constant in my life. Okay. So basically, self transformation, again, if I were to put it into word, is that feeling my original self and realize what I need to do. So I would say self transformation means, um, feel my original self and please mute yourself. Somebody is not muted, so please check that you're muted. Feel my original self and, I would say, not decide. I would say, okay, and do what it. I would say do what is needed. Yeah. So feel my original self and do what is needed to feel it constantly. Okay. Self transformation. Okay. If I have not felt about me, if I have not experienced my truth, it is very hard to change. Because what is it you're looking forward to? What do you want to feel? What do you want to be? I'm clueless. So it's very important to have the feeling and to know where you want to reach. Self transformation. And then world transformation. We very often we hear Baba say this world transformation. And Baba always says it is the self transformation that leads to world transformation. Now, how is that really? What it really means? Okay? What it means is when I am very much in my original state, that means my mind is very pure, my mind is very powerful, then what happens is I'm able to experience Baba more. I'm able to experience Baba's vibrations. When I am able to experience Baba's vibrations, then I also will begin to vibrate like Baba. Baba's energy is pure. Connecting with Baba, my energy becomes pure. Baba's energy is peaceful. Connecting with Baba, my energy becomes peaceful. So the moment my vibration becomes similar frequency like Baba, then the energy is multiplied, amplified. That means Baba's peaceful energy, my peaceful energy, now the atmosphere is becomes double powerful. Energy is multiplied. When this energy is multiplied, then I become like, Baba's agent on this earth. I become like an instrument where practically I can create the new world. Of course, inspiration is Baba, source is Baba, but Baba doesn't have a body. Baba cannot physically create anyone, physically do anything, but I can. And so when my energy is vibrating in the same frequency like Baba, things happen, transformation happens. So that is what world transformation is
So
when
you can say you become the messenger for Baba. Messenger?
yeah, messenger. You can become a messenger, or you become transparent. People will be able to feel Baba's energy through you. People will be able to feel that purity through you. So world transformation, I would say, is that when my vibrations and Baba's vibrations create the new world. Okay, so that is why Baba keeps connecting these two. When you transform, the world transform. But how is this equation happens? How does this equation happen? Is when when my thinking, my thoughts, my attitude become very similar to like Baba's, and then both this energy combined, it's going to bring newness in this world. So this is what it means, world transformation. And then another one word I would like to clarify is intense effort maker. You'll always hear Baba use this word, intense effort maker. Okay, so intense effort maker. So we what intensity that I need, what effort that I need to have intensity on. What does intense effort maker means? In reality, what it means. So it means, let me, I wrote this down here. There's just so many notes that I made because I just
That
felt
means
this.
you follow exactly what Baba is telling us to do, right?
Yes. Also, okay. Yeah. So it is quite similar what we explained. It really means that when you can feel what is right and wrong through feeling Baba's vibrations, then you will be able to focus what is it that I need to do in order to maintain this feeling. So again, it is coming back to self transformation idea is that again when I said feeling right and wrong through vibrations, not through knowledge, when I'm able to feel what is right, what is wrong for me, I'm not
That
applying
means
this concept for others.
that
Okay.
means to discern.
Yeah, to discern. So really the idea again, discernment, or to understand, to differentiate right and wrong. Again, it is subtle right and wrong. Okay, not physical right and wrong. Like let's say I'm getting angry, I'm getting upset now, example, I know it is wrong, but if I start criticizing myself for doing that, then I still haven't understood myself. Subtly subtly what is it that I haven't understood about me? Why am I doing such way? Why am I getting upset? What is causing me? What is the seed within me? And then again, perspective of understanding. Sometimes we can overly judge ourselves based on Baba's Murli. We can overly judge ourselves and we can feel bad or disappointed with ourselves when we hear Baba's Murli, because Baba do have very high hopes for us. And when we feel like we're not able to live up to it, we get very, like, guilty or disappointed, especially when you've made a mistake and when next day when you hear the Murli and Baba says that, you feel very guilty. And that time you're not able to focus in Baba's Murli. The mind is running about that past, what happened. So again, that
And
is um, judging the self. I haven't gone into the subtlety of it, and I have to go to the subtlety of it. And subtlety means the act of getting angry is due to what? Example, the act of feeling not good enough. Okay, feeling not good
you
enough
take it
because,
personally, right? You take it personally.
yeah. So we take it personally, or I would really say we have become um, either become too sensitive, or I have not understood, judged. I've judged myself too deeply. I'm being very critical about myself, and when I'm being very critical about myself, then it is very hard to change because I keep pinpointing and I say I have this issue, I have this issue, I have this issue. And Baba says I shouldn't, Baba says I shouldn't, Baba says I shouldn't. Again, I'm judging myself. But that's not really what Baba's meaning. Baba doesn't want us to judge and be critical about ourselves, especially when we hear Baba's Murli. But Baba wants us to understand the subtlety of it. The fact that certain habits, certain weaknesses are still in me is because it is still teaching me. I have not recognized myself. I have not recognized my capability, my spiritual capability, my internal capability, which is why I'm still having that habit, because the emptiness is still there in the soul, and the emptiness been there for half the cycle. And so for the emptiness to just vanish in this few years of knowing Baba and understanding this gyan, yes, it is quite a nearly impossible task, to just try to vanish that emptiness, to just try to vanish that weakness. No, I if I keep resisting that weakness, it is going to stay in me, and that is not truth. But if I keep understanding why it is coming from, but what it really feels that I am love, what it really feels that I'm actually a really peaceful soul, then what happens? You will exactly know, okay, that means it is not that what I did was wrong. It is not that I am wrong itself. It's not that I am bad, but it is okay. I have developed this habit because of I want to seek love or because I want to seek respect, but it's okay. Now I understood. Okay, Papa, I accept. This is what I truly, truly want to feel through that habit. And so now, Papa, now you guide me. But I truly am, I know internally, I am a very, very respectful soul. I am a very, very loving soul because I felt it before. I've experienced it before. So this is how, again, intense effort maker means. What does intense effort maker is that when you're able to feel, I'm going to write here, um, when you feel right or wrong through Baba's vibrations, okay? Through Baba's vibrations, and you are focused on what needs to be done. And it is very beautiful. Why? Intense effort maker, they do not regret who they are or what habits they have, but they are more focused on what they need to do. They don't think about their past, nor be critical about their past. But now moving forward, if that is the future I see for me, what I need to do now. That is what Baba says, the intensity of the effort. Okay, moving forward, looking for solutions, what I need to focus, not what I have become now, but what I am going to become. Okay, this is the idea of being an intense effort maker. Do you understand these definitions? Right? Because we're going to apply this further in the Murli. Okay, sorry, I need to turn off my phone. Okay. So now that you've understood these definitions, now we are going to go into the deeper aspects of the Murli. And so the first aspect that Baba said was, what is the reasons? What actually Baba gave 4 reasons. What are the reasons that I'm unable to change? Okay, and the first reasoning. So I'm going to cover this so that you can see. I need space on the board. Okay, the first is reasons where I'm unable to change. First, sanskaras, internal opposition. Internal opposition of limited understanding of right and wrong, and then guilt. Like if I've done something, I got upset, and I tell myself I'm a peaceful soul. That's going to remind me, but no, you just got upset a moment ago. You just hurt someone a moment ago. How can you be a peaceful soul? So it is a personality conflict that is happening. Sanskaras really, it's a personality, and there's a conflict between the personality, your original personality and your adopted personality is conflicting with each other. Okay? Your original personality, you can say your conscience, it is telling you, but you are this, you are this. But your adopted personality, it is telling, but you have done XYZ wrong mistakes. So you can't be this, right? So this conflict is not allowing me to finally decide to change. Second, situations. Baba says, it distracts me from my spiritual awareness. That means Let's say your children are being, naughty or not listening to you, or let's say your colleague is, they say office politics, right? Office politics. um, your colleagues may be trying to take over you, trying to take credit for your work. And then let's say in your relatives, some other issue that's happening. And then in your social circle of friends, gossip. Example, gossip is a big issue that happens in social circle. So these are all little issues in different settings, in your social setting, in your professional setting, and then in your family setting. So different issues that I keep focusing on these issues, so then it doesn't allow me to apply my spirituality in action when I'm dealing with these souls. So, second is situation. Third is pain. And Bible says pain from elements. Elements can be from your body, elements can be from nature. From your body could be illness, could be certain pains, sufferings. From your nature, very simple nature, very simple, from nature could be weather, right? Weather can influence our mood. Weather can influence our comfort feeling. If it's too hot, I'm not comfortable. If it is too cold, I'm not comfortable. So then, when I don't feel comfortable, when I don't feel good, then what happens? I become very edgy. I become very irritated. I become very sensitive. So then that also doesn't allow me to apply spirituality. And then fourth, karmic accounts. Karmic accounts, and Baba, so heavily Baba said BK family. You know why? Because with your physical family, blood relations, you would see them off and on in different births, but they won't be consistent with you throughout the cycle. But with the BK family, we are together from the beginning of the cycle itself. So we have a long history with each other, much more than we share a history with your connections, with your blood relations. So that's why when issues coming within the BK family, it shakes the soul much greater, because we have heavy expectations on each other that we are perfect, or that the other soul has to be perfect, or why don't they understand what Baba is telling in the Murli? Sometimes the subtle thing, oh, they should be hearing this Murli right now, these points are for them. So these are subtle corrections that we make. So we have a long history of karmic account with each other from the beginning of the cycle itself. And these karmic accounts can also shake us deeply. So Baba says these are four reasons why I am unable to bring a change quickly. And then Baba says that even though I do face all these oppositions, I do, get all these in my way, but Baba says I need a lot of courage to be able to experience Baba steadily, right? To have a steady relationship with Baba, it is not about, we may think, oh, maybe I'm not determined enough. But in this Murli, Baba actually said, I'm not courageous enough. I was thinking that maybe I'm not determined enough, that when I create a thought, when I create a firm resolution for me, that I'm not able to keep up over time. In the beginning, I'm able to do it, then I'm not able to keep up. Maybe it was my determination. But Baba says in this Murli, I'm not courageous enough. Baba is talking the word courage here. Why Baba says not courage enough is I'm not courage enough to step out from my comfort zone. Comfort zone means the way I have operated for a very long time. The pattern of thinking, the pattern of reacting, these are all comfort zones where I've done it multiple times and I'm already programmed to do that way. But to come out of that program, to act differently, to speak differently now, means it could be something new for me right now that I've not done before. Like somebody got angry at me, somebody said angry words to me. I've always got upset and spoke back to them. Example, I've always had the nature to retaliate. I've always had the nature to correct them, to also to talk back at them. If that has been my nature, for me to stay silent, it takes a lot of courage. Right? And if, let's say, if I am a passive person, for me to speak up in in that situation, it takes a lot of courage. So courage to do something that I've never done before, knowing that is going to give me a better result, best result. Baba says it takes courage. Right? Then Baba says that's why it takes a lot of courage to be able to experience Baba's vibration steadily in life. That means at every given moment of time, I am resisting my old habits and I am doing or acting based on a new method, based on spiritual method that Baba has shown, even though I've not done it before, even though I feel anxious and nervous when I do it because I don't know what is the result, what's the outcome going to be, because I've never done it before, even though, but I still take the courage to do it anyways. Right? So this is what Baba mentioned about what are the reasons I'm not able to change, because I don't have courage. Right? Now, then Baba has gone into the three types of transformation. So the first type of transformation that Baba have said is to feel that I am a soul and I belong to Baba. When we come to Baba, that's the first lesson in the Raj Yoga course that we learn, is who am I and who I belong to. Okay, we have understood the lesson, we have accepted, but experience. So the first level of transformation, meaning the change will only come when I'm able to feel. I feel that I really am a soul and I really truly belong to Baba. And it's not just intellectual words, but it's really coming from the heart. And from the heart means the heart of the soul is the mind, experience. And Baba says, when this feeling is very constant in me, then I will actually progress, which is again coming back to intense effort maker, which Baba said in the Murli. And Baba says, again, intense effort maker is when I can feel what is right or wrong, I can feel Baba. Through this, I can focus what I need to do to constantly feel Baba in my life. Right? So, first transformation is converting knowledge in knowing into feeling. First transformation. Second transformation is that Baba spoke about is to realize. Okay, the second transformation, Baba spoke about three aspects. So the second level of transformation is Baba spoke about three aspects. One, to realize my weakness. Okay? Baba says, but to realize my weakness, I should not be using limited right and wrong understanding again. Why? Because what Baba meant by limited right and wrong understanding is ego. I am like this because of this reason. Sometimes we blame our childhood. Why I'm behaving this way? Because my parents were not good to me. Or sometimes I act, let's say, example at work, I also become very competitive because that is how workplaces, people are always backstabbing. I have to also be very cautious. Okay, so because reasoning, justification, out of ego, out of body consciousness, this is not the right and wrong we are talking. This is not the right and wrong that Baba is saying, but Baba is talking about comparing myself to my original truth, and based on that, whatever I am currently right now, that is what Baba is saying. That right and wrong. What works for me and what helps me to grow and what pulls me down. That aspect of right and wrong. So Baba says, and then so that is realizing my weaknesses. Second aspect, Baba says, realizing situations and the feelings of those who are challenging me. Um, Instead of even using, we say they are the problematic people. Sometimes we commonly use They are toxic people in my life. We use those words, toxic, very commonly. But Baba says, people are not opposing me, situations are not opposing me, but they're trying to tell me to recognize my capacity. It's a test paper that is trying to make me realize my capacity. And so Baba says, if I were to understand the subtle hidden meaning behind that situation, that means taking the situation as a test and trying to understand the feeling or really the need of that soul that is giving me this test paper, Baba says, then I will know what I need to do. Because on a surface level, we can see somebody is very egoistic. Somebody has a lot of pride on their achievements, on their materials. They are very rich, they're very knowledgeful, they have XYZ academic certificates, and all of that. On the surface level, we can just say this is a very egoistic person. And this person is very dominating. This person always wants me to do because they feel that they are right. This is surface level of understanding, and then we feel that this person is a big problem in my life because this person doesn't allow me to be free, to experience freedom, doesn't allow me to do what I want to do. Okay, but really, what is the reason for that soul to be dominating? Why is that soul using their academic achievement or their material possessions to say or that they are more powerful than me, that they are that they deserve to be highly respected and for me to listen to them? What is the real subtle understanding? What is it that the soul wants? Is the soul wants love? That's all the soul wants, but it is using different methods to take attention from me because for others they would feel to receive attention means to be loved. It's a very simple equation people do. If I'm getting attention, people are listening to me, they love me, they respect me, they obey me. But then that's actually a weak soul. A soul that is imposing dominance on others is actually not a powerful soul. It's a very, very internally fragile, weak soul. So then what does the soul needs? The soul needs love. The soul needs encouragement. The soul needs respect. So, for me to understand the background that's happening within the soul, then I know what I need to do rather than looking superficially and say they are a problem. Okay, so that is what Baba says, realize the situation and the feelings in the mind of the other soul. And Baba, so that's
Excuse me, can you a little bit go slower?
slower. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. This is too fast. It's catching.
Okay, I'll go a little slow. I have 15 minutes now, so I have to, there's so much to cover. And like I said, Baba's Murli is very deep. Nasmun
Yeah,
Ben,
that's why I understand is
yeah,
this, if
yeah,
I get into it, then a little bit takes
yeah.
time.
Okay. Nasmun Ben, if you're not able to understand, then call me and I can
Okay,
explain to you in
okay, thank
privately,
you.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So then what Baba says is that,
So, excuse me. So, the dominance also could be deep rooted, right? It could be
of
for
course,
previous also,
definitely.
isn't it? Hmm.
Emptiness, when the soul is empty, deprived of something, then the soul will exert, the soul will substitute a different behavior, a method to gain it externally. So that is really the emptiness. So what Baba really say here is, situations are tests that will keep coming to me until I finally learn to recognize my capacity, who I am. Okay. Third, the third aspect is Baba says. So this one, Baba says, there's two kinds of realization. One is realization from the heart, from a true heart, means that there is a lot of humility. There is a lot of they're able to change. They feel this is what they need to do, and they're able to change. They're not hypocrite. Hypocrite means say something but do something. Internally there's something else, externally there's something else. They're not hypocrites. They truly, they are inspired, they know what they need to do. So that is realization from the heart. Second is, Baba says, realization through cleverness. Okay? So what does it mean to realize using in a very clever way? Baba said that they understand everything intellectually. They know everything intellectually. They're even able to understand Baba's Murli. They can even give good bhashan, like good talks, or they're able to answer everything very well. They have all the points in fingertips. Very intellectually, they are clever. But they make it look, and they make it also look like they've understood. But they don't change. They make it look like they know everything, they've understood everything, but then there's no change inside. That is understand, that is called realization with cleverness. And Baba says that doesn't work. That doesn't work in spirituality, because then I'll be like a hypocrite. No, Baba says Pandit. They speak everything very convincingly, but internally they are not. They don't live the way. There's no change in them, right? So that is using cleverness. And Baba says that the moment I start being clever, intellectually clever, Baba says I'll move far away from Baba. I'll move far away from me, because I'm always adopting the image of looking good. And very beautifully, one thing in that Murli, in this aspect, what Baba says, the power to feel is weaker when when the desire to look good is stronger. The desire to earn respect, the desire to look strong, pakka, knowledgeful, is far deeper than actually that ability to feel within, the subtle feeling. And so Baba says this will take me far away from myself, from Baba. Then at one point of time, I will start feeling emptiness, because too much knowledge here, but less experienced feelings here. Then I'll go into a state of numbness, right? So then that's where progress stops. That is where motivation stops, right? So this is why Baba says, do not realize using your cleverness, but realize with the true heart, pure feelings. And then Baba also said,
That's why Vinu Ben, Hindi Murli mein always I read it. Sache dil pe sahab razi.
yeah,
As if, always said, yeah.
God lives in the heart of the one who is true. Yeah, that's really the definition of what she said. Sache dil par sahib rasi. So third transformation that Baba is talking is to know. So this is again there is, Baba has described three types of transformation that is happening within the children. So the third type that Baba saw was, they know what is right and wrong, but they do not want to look back to others, right? So they want everyone to think high about them, so they kill their conscience. And Baba, so this is where I was telling, the power to feel is weaker than the desire to appear good. So whenever I go against my heart, my feelings become heavy. Either it's a feeling of guilt or disappointment, it becomes very heavy. And Baba notices that. Baba notices the changes in my feelings. When Baba, you heard in the Murli when Baba said, I know what you did, when you did, how you did, everything. But even then, Baba has mercy for me. Baba never pinpoints or judges me. Baba still has that hope. Baba still motivates me. But what is it that Baba knows? Baba knows every changing feelings feelings that are changing in my heart. Why? When I go against my conscience. But Baba will notice that. I don't notice. Why? Ego comes in the way. Justification comes in the way, right? I don't feel good about this, so I'll try to put the blame on something. Or I will say, well, this will continue happening anyway. Baba says, problems will come anyway till the end. So again, that's misusing Baba's gyan, right? How do I apply Baba's gyan? Ego comes in the way. When ego comes in the way, I will not even realize that what I did is causing me to feel this way. Baba knows it, right? So these are, again, the different transformations that Baba is talking, and then Baba is talking about the reasons why I'm unable to change. So ultimately, what Baba says is, in the Murli, Baba says that there's one thing about Baba says about sweet experiences. Baba says that if I am able to be true to myself, I will get many sweet experiences with Baba, right? And Baba says, when I'm truthful, Baba will merge me in his eyes. And Baba says, I'll become the jewel of Baba's eyes. You know what really jewel means? What does eyes represent? Baba doesn't have physical eyes. Bab Dada, okay, Brahma Baba's subtle body has a physical. Shiv Baba doesn't have eyes. But what does eyes represent? Eyes is like the major organ of this body. And eyes is the only organ in this body that never changes in size from the day you are born.
Mirror of the soul, right?
Mirror of the soul. But also, again, eyes is your identity. One is they take your DNA, your thumbprint. Another one is your eye scan, because these two are unique to you. That means it is so important. It is highly valued. It is your individual importance. For Baba to put me in Baba's eyes means how much important I am, how much valuable I am, how much Baba is proud of me. Okay? That is one aspect. And then Baba says, when I am truthful, when I am true, I can feel I'm being used by Baba. Baba used me for service. And Baba used the word Avyakt, angelic form. Avyakt, angelic form means I will feel how Baba will use me to touch many souls, how Baba will use me to make things happen. So that is like I become like a transparent for Baba. I become like an instrument for Baba, and things happen. What I think, it happens. What I'm feeling, it happens. So that is how Baba says Avyakt, angelic form. And then Baba says, through this power of realization, I will be able to experience alokik. Baba says alokik experience, spiritual. Alokik is spiritual experiences, which is, Baba says, you are a jewel on the forehead, you are a sparkling star. So that means the consciousness or the degree of discernment, or the degree of, this is the body and this is the soul. I am the soul, I'm operating this body. This degree of realization is so strong that the soul truly feels that I am operating this body, I'm in charge of this body. This level of separating that identity is so strong in them, right? And that is why anything happens to the body, their sthiti, their stage of mind is still, because they know what to do for this body and they are not disturbed. So that happens because when I'm true, again, when I'm true to myself means when I am pure and altruistic, I absorb Baba's power and I begin to vibrate like Baba. And then Baba says, when this power of feelings, which is power to realize, become very strong in you, any weaknesses that you have will be very visible to you. Subtle. The subtlety aspect of the self will be so visible to you, and you will know what to do with it. You will not be confused. Why am I still feeling this way? Why am I still acting this way? Why can't I change? None of these questions will arise because precisely you will know what you are feeling and precisely you will know what I need to do. So there is that clarity in the soul, right? So this is all what Baba mentioned um, in today's Murli. So, of course, again, there's so much deeper aspects of this Murli, but this is what I was, in this short period of time, we summarized. This is really the depth, the essence that Baba spoke in today's Murli. Anyone have any questions? Is there anything you would like to ask from this? Is this clear for you?
I have a question. Can you provide an example for that third transformation? Why would you kill your conscience? Are we talking about in Lokic life or more in the Brahmin family? Is there really
Both.
a difference?
Both.
Okay.
Because it's the same attitude I apply. I apply the same attitude. Okay, so let's give another one. I'll give you one example. When Baba spoke, there is one aspect that Baba spoke about the three. Baba spoke about the three words, which is, or the three types of service. Remember the three types of service that Baba mentioned in today's Murli?
Attitude, vibration, and words.
Okay. It is three type it is mentioned, but actually it is stages. All three are interconnected with each other. Why? So let's talk about attitude, which in Hindi it says vritti. So what does attitude means? Again, it is able to discern the subtle discernment between based on truth, based on Baba's vibrations, right and wrong. So that is attitude, is going to the subtlety, going to that analysis, checking point within me. Okay. So then when I'm able to go to that level of checking, to that level of realization, what happens is the result of that is my vibration will start becoming powerful. My vibration is not ordinary, that I'm powerful when everything is going right, but I get upset and my vibration becomes negative when everything is going wrong. No, the vibration becomes consistent and more powerful. When the vibrations are more powerful, then the consequence of that is your words will be very meaningful and very powerful. Okay, so now how does this attitude, vibrations, and words, how does this affects this? The third transformation the sister was asking, that how do I kill my conscience? Again, let's redefine what conscience is. Conscience can never be wrong, because conscience is your is the origin. It is coming based on the experience of your virtues and powers. And your conscience is coming based on how you've lived in golden age, in heaven, in golden or silver. That means the best version, the best potential, your ultimate pure self. That is your conscience. How you've lived, how you have behaved, and you spoke and you thought. That is your conscience. And conscience is never negative, never wrong. It is always there, subtly present. So we call that as my virtues and powers, my original self. And then we have, again, personality that we have developed around the cycle. When we come down around the cycle, the personalities that we have developed based on interaction with others, what I've picked up. Could be what I've picked up, could be wrong. What I've picked up could be, right. But over the years, over these births, how I have modified myself away from my conscience, right? And now coming to Baba, the intellect opens up, clarity is received. Baba picks every single point, every single aspect about me, and Baba is tuning me, asking me to check every single aspect, little details about me. And when I do this checking, when I am, when I'm connecting with Baba, when I do this checking, I myself will begin to realize there are certain things that within me doesn't allow me to grow, certain habits. It doesn't allow me. Maybe again, I could be too harsh about myself. I could be, sometimes I could be told but my parents, by my parents, that I need to beat myself up in order to succeed. Have you ever heard that people say? You need to you need to challenge yourself, you need to beat yourself up in order to succeed in life, right? Very commonly we hear this. And even parents also could be pressuring us. No, you have to. And sometimes that pressure can come in a form of comparison. Others can do, why can't you do? Others are doing far better. What you are lacking, are you dumb? Just different ways, beating myself up. And they feel by giving that pressure, I will be motivated to succeed. Right? So this is again, it is a right and wrong social conditioning that I've learned from society and from parents. And I go to school, teacher also doing the same thing. Teacher also comparing me with my classmates. Teacher also scolding me when I get a bad grades, when I am behaving negative. So I go to school, I learn the same thing. At home, I'm learning the same thing. I go to social, my neighbors, my mother's social, my parents' social circle of friends, they are also telling me the same thing. So I begin to feel this is the right way of living. Right? So then what happened is that I beat myself, I work very hard, but my conscience is telling me, but you're not happy. But you're not happy by doing this. You are being too critical with yourself. You're overly stressing yourself out. It's not good for you. But then still my mind, the other personality will say, but I have to do this. I have no choice. I have to do this. What would people think about me? What will society think about me? What kind of label they will have for me? Right? So then what happened is that juggling. So then I kill my conscience. I kill my conscience and I feel like, no, I I have to do this. This is necessary. So I give that excuse and then I perform. So in order to look good in front of people. So I'm just giving you that example because it's very common, especially in teenage years, and probably a lot of us could have experienced it. That we could have all these different degrees. We could be having a very good job with high pay. We could be having a good car, better life now, better than before. But killing my conscience all throughout these stages, neglecting myself all throughout these stages. Now, if I ask myself, I have all this luxury, but am I happy? Am I truly happy with who I am? And that I will know, that answer whether I'm truly happy with who I am, is that my attitude towards others. When I'm not happy with myself, my expectations on others will grow very deep. And when my expectations will grow very deep, two ways that happens. One, I will do everything that I could to please them. Or two, I will do anything that it needs for them to be obedient to me. Right? So all throughout this whole journey, again, killing my conscience to look good for others, but at the end of the day, I'm the loser.
But one question on that one is, I think that's fine, but I can take the attitude, I really don't care what others thinks. But then that becomes selfish, right?
Okay. Good question
I
that
don't
you
care,
asked.
care
Yeah.
what others think, and I'm happy by myself. Okay, so I don't care what my children think, I don't care what others think, but I am happy and I may be doing wrong things also.
Yeah. Okay. So even this word, I don't care, right? Actually, when we say that I don't care, I'm happy, I know what I'm doing. This is a very subtle form of sulking, a subtle form of what do you put, like a wall against a wall between me and people so I don't get hurt. It is also a subtle arrogance when you say whether it's a selfishness, but it's coming because of fear of getting hurt, right? So then that attitude of don't care, but actually I really do care. I do care what they really, say or think or tell about me. But if it hurts me too much, then I just want to avoid it. I just don't want to, you know give too much attention. I just don't want to put my focus on it. But the attitude of don't care, a soul who is very true to themselves, they will have that attitude of I don't mind. I don't mind means that I'm not saying what they are saying is right or wrong, but I'm just saying is I truly know myself. And so there is no need for me to prove to the others, but also I'm not heavily judging them for why they're thinking that way. They also could have their own social conditioning, why they are thinking this way. And so, and for me to come out from my own social conditioning, I know what it takes. I know it's not easy, but even then I was able to do it. And that gives me that sense of that faith, the sense of acceptance of others, their attitude, how they are behaving. I'm not saying it is right, but I'm not saying it is wrong either. I'm just saying that they have their own social conditioning, and that's why they're acting that way. But I have understood what is really best and what makes me happy, truly makes me happy, not out of arrogance, but coming from the respect for the self, the value for the self. And I'm going to go ahead and do it because end of the day, I'm happy being who I am. And along this way, people will challenge, people will criticize, people will make me feel that I'm wrong, what I'm doing is wrong, what I'm thinking is wrong. Why? Because I'm sort of now breaking free from that conditioning. I'm breaking free from what the society have created, that understanding of right and wrong. I'm freeing myself. I'm, so that's going to be, I'm going to look different. I'm going to look weird or different to others.
And you will be considered like a lunatic.
Sorry,
Because,
lunatic.
yes, you will be considered like lunatic by society.
Yeah. Yeah, because the whole entire society has a form of understanding.
Right.
And I've realized that this no longer helps me. So I want to free myself from that understanding. But because I free myself and I have decided what is it that I need to do for me to change, that doesn't mean my decision will be widely accepted by them. Even if they don't, okay, I don't mind.
But
I
then
will
in
be
that,
able to accept. Sorry?
but then my last comment is that you cannot basically live in the society
No, you
because
can absolutely.
or you become a basically a sadhu. Then what
Exactly.
happens? Okay, right? Sorry.
Yeah. So again, I'm living with family. But remember I said when I begin to transform, my energy begin to vibrate like Baba. And Baba's energy is widely accepted by so many souls. It makes the other soul feel at ease with themselves. It makes the other soul feel good about themselves. And when they begin to feel that they are loved, when they are in my presence, they'll accept me. Actually, they'll accept me readily. But for that, I first need to have that courage to be different. But eventually, your difference is going to be accepted and appreciated by them because you took up that courage to follow your heart, and your vibration has embraced them to follow their heart. Actually, eventually that will be the result. You will not be, people who are people who are very loving will never be isolated. In fact, everyone wants somebody in their life who could love them dearly, and that you will be, and you will change them. Of course, I'm not saying this process is going to be a quick one, But that's what Baba says, you need to have that courage. But eventually you would see you are absolutely accepted and you become a source of motivation for them to change. End result. Okay? So we have exceeded the time. But like I said, Baba's Murli today is absolutely deep. There's just so many details we need to know, not just assume what I've understood about this is what is right. But Baba has really peeled the layer. Now I've understood. Determination is not what it is that makes me change. Courage to be different, courage to go against social norms or social understanding, conditioning that has been taught in me, because I know that I have such high potentials that I still haven't even experienced the best part of me. Okay? So if you have any further questions, then you can call Baba's house, you can call the center, you can talk to me, and we can discuss this more in private and in detail. But for today, this is the end of the class. Okay? Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba.
Om
Good night.
Shanti. Thank you so
Good night.
much.
Thank you so much. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
You know, how many days in this class?
Every
Murli?
Monday. It's every
Oh,
Monday. Every Sunday's class is discussed every Monday.
Hmm.
Every
Okay.
Sunday's Murli is discussed every Monday. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know before. Okay, then what time is the class?
7:30. 7:30 to 8:30. 1
Okay,
hour.
thank you.
Okay. Om
Okay.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.